You reach for your vape, and it's not there. Maybe you lost it, maybe the battery died, or maybe you're actually trying to quit. And right now, in this exact moment, your body is about to go through something you weren't ready for. Because quitting vaping isn't just about willpower or cravings. It's a complete biological event that starts happening in your cells, your brain, your lungs, within minutes of your last puff. And what comes next? Some of it's gonna feel worse before it gets better. Way worse. Let me tell you what most people don't realize when they think about quitting vaping. They think it's just, you stop, you feel a little annoyed for a few days, and then you're fine. That's not how this works. Your body has been running on nicotine like it's fuel, and when you suddenly cut off that supply, your entire system goes into panic mode. So let's walk through this, step by step, minute by minute, day by day. Because what happens to your body when you stop vaping is not what you think. 20 minutes, that's how long it takes for the first change to hit. 20 minutes after your last puff, your heart rate starts to drop. See, nicotine is a stimulant. It's been keeping your heart pumping faster than it should, tightening your blood vessels, spiking your blood pressure. And now your cardiovascular system is trying to recalibrate. Your heart slows down. Your blood pressure starts to normalize. Sounds good, right? It is good. But your brain? Your brain doesn't feel good because it's already starting to notice something's missing. 2 hours in, and this is where it gets real. The nicotine in your bloodstream is dropping fast, and your brain is freaking out. Because nicotine wasn't just something you inhaled for fun, it was hijacking your reward system. Every time you vaped, nicotine flooded your brain with dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Your brain got used to that. It expected that. And now it's not coming. So what does your brain do? It starts screaming for it. This is when the cravings start. And I'm not talking about a little, oh, I kinda want a vape feeling. I'm talking about a deep, gnawing, relentless need that sits in your chest and doesn't leave. You feel restless, irritated, like something's wrong but you can't quite fix it. Because something is wrong, according to your brain. It's in withdrawal, and it wants its nicotine back. Now. But here's the thing, this is also when your body starts to heal. Within the first few hours, the carbon monoxide levels in your blood, that toxic gas you've been inhaling with every puff, they start to drop. Your oxygen levels start to rise, your blood is literally getting cleaner. Your cells are starting to get the oxygen they've been deprived of. You won't feel this happening, but it's happening. Day 1, the first 24 hours. This is the hardest day, not because of what's happening in your lungs or your heart, but because of what's happening in your head. The psychological warfare is intense. You're irritable. You're anxious. You can't focus. Every 5 minutes you're thinking about vaping, you might feel dizzy, you might feel foggy, you might feel like you're moving through mud. Some people get headaches. Some people feel nauseous. Your body is recalibrating without nicotine, and it does not like it. And here's what nobody tells you. You might actually feel worse than you did when you were vaping. Because withdrawal doesn't just take away the high, it drags you below baseline. You're not just back to normal, you're in a deficit. Your dopamine system is scrambled, your brain is throwing a tantrum, and every part of you is like, why did I do this to myself? But let's talk about what's happening under the surface. Because while you're suffering through cravings and mood swings, your lungs are waking up. Specifically, your cilia. Those tiny hair-like structures that line your airways, the ones that are supposed to sweep out mucus and toxins. Vaping has been paralyzing them. Nicotine, flavoring chemicals, all that vapor, it's been coating them, slowing them down, making them useless. But now they're starting to recover, they're starting to move again, and that means you're about to cough, a lot, days 2 and 3. This is when the coughing starts, and it's not just a little throat clear, it's deep, wet, hacking coughs that bring up stuff. Mucus, dark mucus, sometimes thick, sometimes colored, sometimes just gross. And people panic when this happens. They think, oh no, I'm getting worse, maybe I should go back to vaping. No, this is your lungs cleaning themselves. Your cilia are finally doing their job. They're pushing out all the buildup, all the residue, all the damage. It's disgusting, but it's healing. You might also notice you're sweating more. Weird, right? But nicotine affects your body's temperature regulation. Now that it's gone, your sweat glands are recalibrating. You might wake up drenched. You might feel clammy during the day. It's temporary. It's your body detoxing. And the cravings? Still there. Strong. Because nicotine withdrawal peaks around day 3. This is the summit. The worst of it. If you can get through day 3, you're over the hardest part. But let's keep going. Because the story doesn't end here. In fact, the most interesting changes are still coming. 1 week, 7 days without vaping. By now, the nicotine is completely out of your system. Gone. Your blood is clean. Your brain is starting to adjust. The cravings are still there, but they're less constant. They come in waves now, not a steady scream. You'll be fine for an hour, 2 hours, and then bam, a craving hits. But it passes. Faster than before. Your taste buds, they're coming back. Vaping dulls them. The heat, the chemicals, they damage the receptors on your tongue. But now food tastes different, stronger, more vivid. People say this is one of the first things they notice. A piece of fruit tastes sweeter. Coffee tastes richer. It's like someone turned up the saturation on your sense of taste. Your sense of smell is coming back too. Same reason. The vapor was coating your nasal passages, numbing your olfactory receptors. Now they're waking up. You can smell things you couldn't before. Good things and bad things. Some people say they suddenly realize how much they used to smell like vape juice. And it's not pleasant. But here's the big one. Your lungs. 1 week in, your lung function is already starting to improve. Not fully. Not even close. But the inflammation is going down. The airways are opening up. You can take deeper breaths. You might not notice it yet. But if you tried to run or climb stairs, you'd feel it. You're getting more oxygen with less effort. 2 weeks. This is where the mental fog starts to lift. Your brain has been rewiring itself. The dopamine system is slowly recovering. You're not as irritable. You're not as anxious. The mood swings are calming down. You start to feel more like yourself. Not perfect, but better. And this is also when people relapse, because the worst is over, and they think, okay, I did it, I proved I can quit, maybe I can just have 1 puff. Do not do this, because 1 puff will reset everything. Your brain will latch onto that dopamine hit like a drowning person grabbing a rope, and you'll be right back where you started. 1 month, 30 days. Your circulation has improved massively. Blood is flowing to your extremities better. Your hands and feet aren't as cold. Your skin looks better because it's getting more oxygen, more nutrients. People around you might start commenting, "You look healthier." Your lung capacity is increasing. The cilia in your airways are almost fully recovered. They're sweeping out debris efficiently again. You're not coughing as much. Your breathing is easier. If you exercise, you'll notice you're not gasping for air as quickly. But here's what's not fully healed yet. Your brain. The neural pathways that were built around nicotine, the ones that made vaping feel necessary, they're still there. Weaker, quieter, but not gone. This is why quitting is so hard. Because even a month in, a moment of stress, a bad day, a specific smell or place, it can trigger that craving like a switch. 3 months. This is a major milestone. By now, your lung function has improved by up to 30%. 30%. Your cilia are fully functional. Your risk of respiratory infections has dropped. You're breathing like someone who never vaped. Almost. Your brain is also stabilizing. The dopamine receptors are healing. The reward system is rebalancing. You're not thinking about vaping every day anymore, maybe once a week, maybe less. The psychological grip is loosening. But here's the thing about 3 months. This is also when people get comfortable, and comfort is dangerous, because you think you've won, you think you're free. And then life throws something at you. Stress, heartbreak, loss, and that old habit whispers, "I can help." And if you're not careful, you listen. 6 months, half a year. Your cardiovascular system has made huge progress. Your risk of heart attack has dropped. Your blood pressure is stable. Your arteries are healthier. The damage vaping did to your blood vessels, some of it is reversing. Your lungs, they're strong. The chronic inflammation is gone. The wheezing, the shortness of breath, the tightness in your chest, gone. You can run without feeling like your lungs are on fire. You can laugh without coughing. You can breathe deeply without effort. And mentally, you're a different person. The anxiety that nicotine withdrawal caused, gone. The irritability, gone. You're sleeping better. You're thinking clearer. You have more energy because your body isn't constantly processing toxins. But the cravings, they can still pop up. Not often, but they're there. A smell, a memory, a moment of boredom. And you have to remind yourself, I don't do that anymore. 1 year, 365 days without vaping. Your body has done something incredible. Your lungs have healed to the point where, if you had no other risk factors, they're almost indistinguishable from someone who never vaped. The cilia are fully restored. The tissue damage is repaired. Your lung cancer risk, which was elevated while you were vaping, it's dropping. Your heart is healthy. Your circulation is normal. Your risk of stroke has decreased. The oxidative stress vaping put on your cardiovascular system, reversing. Your body has cleaned house. And your brain, the neural pathways associated with nicotine, they've faded. Not erased, but faded. The addiction is broken. You don't crave it anymore. You don't think about it. Vaping is something you used to do, not something you are. But here's the final truth, the one most people don't want to hear. Quitting vaping doesn't erase the damage. If you vaped for years, especially high nicotine, high voltage devices, some of that damage is permanent. Scarring in the lungs, reduced elasticity in blood vessels, changes in brain chemistry that never fully reset. Your body is resilient, but it's not invincible. And yet, stopping is still the best thing you can do. Because every day you don't vape, you're giving your body a chance to heal. Every week without nicotine, your brain gets a little bit stronger. Every month, your lungs get a little bit clearer. Quitting vaping is not a light switch. It's not instant. It's a process. A hard, uncomfortable, sometimes painful process. But it's also proof that your body is a machine built to survive, built to adapt, built to recover. So if you've quit, keep going. If you're thinking about quitting, start now. Because 20 minutes from your last puff, the healing begins. And a year from now, you won't even recognize the person you were when you were still vaping. Your body is waiting for you to give it a chance. The question is, will you?